Welcome to another Fischer video in my first video for the channel for a while, because I've been sweating congresses. This is another game from Bobby Fischer's My 6 Downball Games, where he was black against Herman Pilnik. He was I think he was either German or Argentinian at Mar del Plata in 1959. White opened with e4. We have Fischer's favourite Nxd4 defence, where this pawn stops knight's coming into b5, and then after white plays bishop e2, which is like a sort of quiet version, but white will usually follow up with castles kingside and f4, but he doesn't in this game. Other alternatives are given are h3 and then bishop c4, the Solzhenitsyn variation, which is known as the Fischer variation actually as well, because Fischer won a lot of games with this line as white. Bishop e2, e5. So this is the double-edged Najdorf move. e6 would be the shaving Ingen. So e5 drives away the knight to an inferior square, but weakens d5 and makes d6 a backward pawn. Knight b3, bishop e7. Castles, bishop e3, bishop e6, and f3. Which a lot of the time you do this setup with queen d2 as well, but you castle queenside and launch hack attack, and this is known as the English attack, because people like Nigel Sharp played it a lot. But this one with castle and shot is supposed to be very tame, and black gets equality pretty easily. And now white makes a mistake with queen f2. He needed to stab that knight off, and stabbing the knight off is a good move as well, because although it gives up the bishop pair, it removes the defender of d5, which is white's key outpost in this position. He want to remove the knights that can control d5 as a result. So after queen f2, black could have played knight c4, which practically forces white to take it, and black gets a very strong initiative now. And it looks to me like white is going to drop something, like I think the b pawn's going to drop, so black's a lot better here. But Fischer doesn't play that, he plays rook a8, and now white this time does take the knight. So we've had a little double mistake there. Now brings his knight into d5. And white's position is fine now. D takes c5 isn't good because d6 and this passed pawn could become dangerous. So now black begins a queenside pawn stomp, which is very common in the Najdorf. In fact, this is going to be a minority attack. Bishop f3 should have been played. So now it seems like white's position is perfectly fine, but now comes the star move in the game. If you want to try and spot it, please stop the video now. In this position, Fischer flicked in b takes a3. Now if b takes a3 had been played, black has a nice edge because this weak pawn on a3, which means that his minority attack has been a success, and also the position is opening up for his bishops. Knight takes b8 is a blunder because this pawn is too strong. If rook c1 and bishop takes b2 wins, so rook f1, bishop f5, and then rook takes b8. And black has a pawn for the exchange, he's going to get a second pawn, and this passed a pawn is very dangerous. So black's winning. So very good calculation by Fischer. Instead the queen's come off, and again we've got this horrible endgame for white with this miserable pawn, and this was all created by Fischer's b takes a3 intermediate move, which is very strong. Okay, ganging up on the pawn, and now knight takes c5, another mistake because this passed d pawn becomes very strong as well, and white's d pawn ends up weak. This was better, but bishop b5, that's rook takes a3, knight takes g6 check. Now this position actually should be about equal actually. Maybe black's a bit better, but his bishop's opposite colour, so it should be drawn. But now d takes e5, c3, b2, another strong move invading on the 7th rank. d6 trying to get this pawn going and attacking the rook, but rook d8, rook e1. And our Fischer actually missed actually quite an easy win, surprisingly. If you want to try and spot it, please stop the video now. He missed e4. Now the bishop takes e4, rook b1, because now the rook has to be taken, and then we take this bishop first with check, and then we go back and take the rook, and black has a piece for a pawn, and he's winning. Now I don't found that actually, but if the rook takes d6, this sets a trap actually, which white falls in for. I mean, it's lost by this point because white's just going to be a pawn down. This was the best shot resistance. But the two rooks on the 7th are going to cause havoc, and white's already dropping the pawn with check. But after rook takes e5, rook f6, and now white's king ends up in a sort of mating net. After rook e3, now rook takes f3, and then bishop e4 is crushing. After rook c takes f7, we're playing rook f2. It's defending against any potential mate threat, so counterplay from white. After rook f8 check, king g7. White actually resigned this position, seeing he's going to drop a lot of material. If this continuation, then king a6, and there is no more checks, and white's losing the rook. And if rook a f4, then bishop d5. Or this. And the rooks will come off, and black has a technically won position. And this was a nice controlled game from Fischer with black. And if we go back, this was the key move to all his success. He justified all his play, this nice tactic with b takes a3. And I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave any comments and thoughts. Thanks very much.